Yeah, what is going on, everyone? We are back with episode 30. It has been a while. I'm lacking. But we got a new guest over here to my left. Man, introduce yourself, man.
What's going on? I'm Bryson. Previously worked at AR.
Yeah.
That's where maybe some of y'all have seen me from. But yeah.
Man, you want to plug the social media, man? You might turn into
you
an
can do
influencer.
Bryson McDade _ on Instagram or do at Bryson McDade on Twitter.
If y'all want it bad enough, you'll figure out how to spell it. And then to his left, we got the fan favorite.
What up? What up, dog? What's up, man? It's Chase Calvit. What up, boys?
You forgot how to talk on this thing, man?
No. I'm fucking funny. I'm good.
And then to my right,
got Deuce.
where can they find you?
You can do Coach Deuce on IG. For the ladies, you could do Carice Leonard.
For the ladies, you can do Carice Leonard, man. All right, it's been a while, so we're just gonna get right into it. I got a question for you guys. Have you guys ever had? Obviously, for us, it'd be like a female moan, and it's just super unattractive. It's like a growl. It just
Growl.
kills. Yeah, it was a question that we got. Was have you ever had like a female? It says guy or girl because sometimes we have females on this podcast. Have like a really nasty moan, and you're just like, fuck.
I wouldn't say nasty moan, but just like over the top moaning, like just too much.
Like you're forcing.
like it's 2 a.m. Like, why are you screaming?
I thought you were gonna be like, man, I ain't even doing nothing crazy. Like we just.
But yeah, I wouldn't say nasty moan. That's me though. I don't know.
No, honestly, I kind of like it.
You haven't heard anything or like,
I mean, kind of like you could tell. Like I'm like, is she faking an orgasm or something? Like what's going on? You know what I mean?
Deuce, any experience?
Nah, I don't think there's been like an unattractive moan.
Yeah, I don't think I've had that issue at all, and like there hasn't been anything that like I can think of. I mean, I think in most cases it's been not super loud. Like I feel like being super loud is kind of like forced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
what
like
I'm
a lot
saying.
of times like
They
all
are
right,
super
bro.
loud, yeah.
Like to where like motherfuckers hearing it. Like when we playing
Yeah,
PlayStation,
yeah.
you can hear Deuce screaming in the other room. Like that's a force, bro. Like you're not dying. Like
Yeah.
that shit is hella forced.
Is it acceptable for dudes to
moan?
Dudes to moan.
I'll be moaning.
And
To
like,
what
but
extent?
listen,
To
that's-
what extent? To
that's-
what extent?
That's the question. Is it attractive for, like, what is an attractive moan for a dude?
I think it has to be like a deeper like.
Deep. So I
like-
can't be
like
up in her
someone-
ear like, I can't do that.
Now you gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
like,
I'll be moaning.
like it's like feedback for the girl. Just like as a guy, you want to know like when you're doing good. Like if they're not gonna talk, like you should be able to hear like the body language. So that's like the same for like a girl. But like you can't just be in that motherfucker. Like I don't. I mean, maybe you be moaning in girls' ears.
There's girls that have made me moan.
Yeah,
up in
same.
the ear,
Shit,
like,
I let
Not like that, not like that,
I let
though.
wifey know when she doing it.
I'll be like,
Calvin, I can see you. Fuck. I can see you being like, oh fuck, baby.
no, yeah, it happens. It's like, damn, fuck. It's nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever had anyone like say anything out of pocket and you had to be like, damn, I'm gonna act like I just didn't hear that and we just gonna keep on pushing.
Not really. Like, what y'all like being called daddy? I think
I'm not a fan.
I don't like that shit either.
I never liked it, and then as I got older and more mature, I was like, yeah, I had to eat that shit up.
Is there too much though? Like I've had a bitch like daddy, like sitting there just spamming it
Like while you're fucking?
while I'm fucking. Like it's everything that's coming out of her mouth is daddy.
Yeah, no, I don't like
Yeah, I
that.
don't know, but it could be like thrown in there and be like, okay.
Yeah.
And it's also how it's delivered too. Like that's huge.
Okay.
Like you can't just be like,
I like Poppy.
yeah, papi,
Yeah.
papi chulo.
That Venezuelan.
Guess
Venezuelan
what?
and Costa Rica.
That boy Calvit like some sugar and spice, man. He said I like Poppy. Ain't no white girl that's calling you Poppy.
Nah, man, it's Venezuelan. Costa Rica.
That boy be traveling. He be handing out that Calvit, that worldwide.
DR.
That
No,
worldwide
I'm a good
Calvit.
man now.
Hey, what about you? You like daddy?
I don't know. Like in high school and shit, like I really didn't like that shit.
I didn't like it in high school either.
I
But,
still don't
like-
really like it that much.
I don't know. I feel like it depends who it is. I feel like if it's like first time and you sitting here saying daddy, I'm like,
Yeah,
nasty.
it's
Yeah,
got to be
that's
like
nasty.
There's like a
established.
place, you know.
But it also gives
yeah, it's
you
gotta be
like
established. Like
it gives you like you feel like you're getting treated as like a man, right? Like a dad, it's a grown man, got his shit together, provided like all that shit, and then you got him calling you that in like a sexual way. But I wonder if that changes when you have a kid, and then it's your baby mama, because then you really are daddy. What is that like?
Not because I feel like she gonna call me daddy all day. Like the kid's gonna call me daddy. Like I don't need it.
But it's the tone. The kid ain't gonna be saying daddy.
I'm gonna out myself really quick. I'm gonna out myself really
Man,
quick.
talk to him, man. Let
Listen,
know.
I got a problem.
Oh no,
I still refer to my dad
it's Dada.
as daddy, and I think that shit is just. I need to stop because like I'll be out in hey daddy, and then niggas are looking at me weird. You know what I mean? Like,
Man, fuck him, bro.
is there
That's your pops, bro.
I mean, I guess it.
Is there a cutoff age for when you need to transition from daddy to hey dad or hey pops?
I think it's I think it's cultural based, right? Some people might call him like poppy or like whatever, but like you can't be like, hey daddy, like you gotta, hey daddy,
Okay,
like you gotta have some like bass. If you were saying like Dada or some shit, that'd be like
I'm
a
tripping.
little, but like I don't know. I could see that'd be more of like a girl would call her dad that, but
Exactly.
like I don't know. It's better than fucking calling your dad by his real name.
Eric. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be like, hey, yo, Eric. Let
Just
me
be like, what up, pops?
White people be
Yeah.
doing that, bro. Chase be doing that with her mom. I'd be like, yo, what are you doing?
No.
Like, I ain't never called my
He's talking
mom
about-
by
he's
her
talking
mom.
about his girlfriend.
Yeah, my girlfriend. My
okay.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
my girlfriend.
Okay.
Be doing that with her mom. I'd be like,
First
damn.
name.
Yeah, be like, yo, like in conversation, they be on the phone.
Yeah, my mom will slap the fuck out of me.
You ever call your parents by their name?
No, nigga, I would
Bro, like,
never.
that to me will forever be out of pocket. And I've had other girls in the past do that. It's like, and they've all been white girls. But it's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I've never.
Nah, yeah, when my
like,
dad
let
does
my
call
son
me,
call
I'll
me
be
by my fucking. Let him say Jason. I'm gonna smack the fuck out of him. Like that is not what you refer to
Rephrase
me
that.
as. That shit is wild though.
Like when my dad calls me out of nowhere randomly, we don't really be talking that much, but I'd be like, what up, pops? That's all.
Yeah, that's
That's
like.
smooth.
It's just
That's
like
smooth.
how you can't be, but you can't be saying Dada.
Like
or
dad, like daddy. I don't know if I like her in person.
What's
but
good, Daddy?
I'm like, I
The
don't know.
problem is, I don't think is that what makes it bad is the fact of like how much like daddy has been like sexualized. Like
Yeah.
if that
Yeah.
wasn't the case. Like it's just
Then
daddy.
it's fine.
Yeah.
And I think that's why when you're a kid, you don't think of it in like another way.
Bro,
You're
you're
just saying
innocent
daddy.
as
You know
fuck.
what I mean? So that's why I'm saying I think there could be a cutoff age because like once you kind of start understanding some sexual things, then you'd be like, all right, this shit's out of pocket. Let me stop.
Because it's just like, have you seen that like the videos where like the girl is out to dinner with her family and her boyfriend? She's like, "Daddy, can you pass me the salt?" And they both reach for it. Like that's just what I fucking think
Yo, that's
of.
funny as fuck.
That's just what I
so funny.
fucking think of with that shit. Is like,
Damn, that shit would be awkward. I'd be looking.
I couldn't imagine doing that shit, bro. Like, my first ever relationship went terrible with the parents and caused everything to go downhill. And then ever since then, I've like it's been my like sole duty to be like good with the parents and like have that relationship. And it just makes sense like longevity wise,
Yeah.
because like if that's gonna be your father-in-law, mother-in-law, right? Is that what it be? In-law, like you want to have a good relationship.
Yeah, that's why I feel like that does suck.
So being black and when you're talking to a white girl, right? And you're getting to that point to where you are gonna go meet the family. Are there some prep questions that you're gonna ask just to make sure that your safety is you're all good?
Well, it was when I was in high school.
Okay.
First relationship that I was in, mom wasn't necessarily racist. Dad did not like his little daughter who rode horses with a nigga. I can tell you that right the fuck now. I can tell you that was not what he pictured. But like, other than that, I think my ex was the only other time where I had like parent issues, and I never really met her parents. I had met her brother, but her mom was fucking racist, and her mom was a minority.
Okay.
She wasn't black.
Yeah.
She was Asian. But like, wasn't a fan of me because I'm brown. Didn't go to college, even though I was making money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That shit would
Should have brought up fishing. That boy fishes. You should have I fish.
Yeah, man, I fished in college. You know what I'm saying? Way back when.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what about you? Do you do that shit?
I do a little bit. Like
Like what?
just to like I'll just drop the question. Like I'll probably start with what dudes you normally talk to or something like that, trying to figure out background on black dudes, white dudes,
Who normally
whatever.
up in the house? Or
Exactly.
Who's been in the house?
And then I think the most recent time that I've done it, I was watching a movie, and in the movie, it was kind of like this dynamic to where the parents didn't like, you know, the new boyfriend or whatever, and he was a black dude. And during the movie,
You was watching Get Out?
no, I wouldn't get it. It was something though, but they didn't like the boyfriend. So I asked her, I was like, "Yo, do you think your parents would like be like that? How you think they would be?" And she was like, "Yeah, you know, I think my mom would be fine, but my dad might have some issues." So then my kind of I guess solution to the problem was to go hunting with him. because I know he hunts a lot. And I'm like, that's a white thing, I feel like, to a point.
It's a sport dominated by, or the hobby of hunting is dominated. There's lots of black people that hunt. Same thing, lots of black people that fish, but it's dominated by white.
By white people. And he does like bow hunting. So game plan is to go out there and kill something.
Oh, so this is active.
Listen. This is like a potential. Like it wouldn't be this year. Like let's say things were to happen here. This would be next hunting season.
What state you gonna go hunting in?
You said what?
Out of state hunting. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I mean I would imagine it'd probably be like that, but I haven't had every other like ex or anything like that. Parents like love me. Like I've met Chase's dad. I haven't met her mom, but like mom loves me. Like it hasn't been like an issue. Cause like I feel like in the two relationships / situationships that like there was a parent that was like racist, and looking back at it, it kind of reflected on them. Like obviously they were trying, but like certain things and like their beliefs and their morals were like slightly off because of that. Like there was like some like resemblance that like carried over.
That makes sense.
What about you? Have you had? I don't think you've had anything.
No, nothing really. I was just about to ask, what's like the weirdest encounter you've had with like a parent or like parents, like when you pull up or some shit?
When you pull up, or just like whenever?
Like when you first met the parents, like how?
Well, then I have kind of like back in high school. They like knew my dad. They all went to high school with my dad, and it's not good. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, pocket full of cash always, fucking, selling, doing his shit. So they based me, like my last name, off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so, I was like, well,
They
fuck.
said something about it.
Yeah, all the time. I mean, I went to high school with your dad, this and that. It was just like, that's cool.
Damn.
But you know what I mean? It's like,
I'm trying to think. Weirdest parent encounter? I don't know if I've ever had any like weird ones or asked like anything like out of pocket. I've had like, nothing with like a girl. Friends growing up, I've had like, shit. I remember went to like the public market. I had this like, I'm from New York, so I had this like fake gold like Yankee chain. It had like the New York Yankee sign on, super dope. And one of these dudes I used to hang out with, Italian, like strong like Italian. I traded him for like a hat or some shit, and he brought it in and showed his dad. And I remember hearing his dad yell. I was standing outside in the front porch, and I heard his dad yell like, "Get this jigaboo shit out of my house." I didn't know what jigaboo meant. So then I go around repeating that shit. And mind you, my mom is white, my stepdad at the time was white, and then like our family friend was white. We're all at like the fucking like some buffet walking out, and I had said something to our family friend like something. I used the word jigaboo in it, like stop acting like a jigaboo, or like some crazy shit like that. Because I thought it was like trash or like this is junk.
Yep.
Like, man, this fool. I said something like out of pocket with jigaboo, and there was like a black family, and they all turned and stared. Because it's one brown boy with these 3 older white people. Well, 2 of them were older, and then my mom. And, like, I had no idea what that meant. And it wasn't until after the fact, when we got in the car, that I learned that was not. Like, she was like, where the fuck did you hear that shit? And then all this other shit. But I've never had anything, like, weird, I would say, with a parent.
Yeah.
I feel like you have.
I haven't had, like, any crazy stuff. Like, I will say, the majority of times when I first, like, I guess, meet a parent, it's always on FaceTime. That's what
a lot of times it is on
FaceTime. I seem to
FaceTime.
have that. Like it's like,
I mean, that's how. Yeah.
It'll be like I've got comfortable with this girl, or she's got comfortable with me. Mom calls one day, and instead of like answering it outside the room or going to take the call somewhere else, it's just right there. And it's, hey, you want to meet my mom? And then it's just like this quick flash, and I'm like,
hey, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm good. And like, yeah,
your dick goes out. Like, hey, how you doing?
It's just weird. You know what I mean? Because I can't fully. Because I think you have to morph into. I don't want to say you have to change who you are around parents, but you have to control your behavior. You know what I mean?
See, like, would you say that, but like, because I've obviously Chase lives down here, and like her parents live in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And so like I curse all the time in front of them.
Okay.
And like say pretty much, I might not be dropping the N-bomb.
Would you do that the first encounter?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm gonna be
You
me.
just drop
I'm
it
a
in?
grown
Okay.
fucking man. Like, it's not
Yeah.
high school. Like, I'm a grown man. Everything on my own. I was like, I'm gonna act how I'm gonna act.
Yeah.
See, I like
And you're
that.
you're gonna like me being real. Like that's you're gonna have to accept. Like, I swear, that's me. Not the end of the world. Do you think that makes me a bad person? Well, I don't know, ask your daughter, treat her like a queen. So like, and I swear, so
That makes
you just
sense.
have to deal
That
with
makes
that.
sense.
I'll say I feel like now it's a lot. Well, for me, like say if I did get a girl and then meet her parents, I wouldn't even be tripping. But in high school, I was like, because you're young, you're like,
Of course, because you're a little
you know,
nigga, and like,
but like now it's
and they have a
completely
lot more
different.
power over
Yeah,
them. I
it's
mean,
like-
some people will still listen to their parents heavily, but at our age, it's like less. Well, you're still young,
Yeah.
but it's a lot less likely that like they're gonna have that much influence or like power. Like the girl you talk to is probably going to be on her own and paying for all of her shit. She's not relying on mom and dad. So like, it's not like, oh, she's talking to some guy they don't like. Oh yeah, we're cutting you off. Like you don't have to deal with that shit at all.
Yeah, like most of the times now they're going to be living by themselves or in another area. Who knows? You know what I mean?
So in high school, you dropping the M-bomb in front of the parents?
No, I don't even think I would drop it now. I just feel like it'd make them hella uncomfortable. I don't know if they would be.
I'm doing it.
Like you just like say you was. I mean, you don't really watch.
I mean, if
football,
you
but
called
I was
me
sitting here
and
watching football, like, man, what is this nigga doing? Like I'd never.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll see.
I
Maybe
can't.
you'll end up, maybe I'll be in Wisconsin in December. You'll call me and be like, "What's good, nigga?" And just see
That
how
is
they-
all right, I think. Like over the phone, but like how he said, if you're watching a game, and I'm like, "Hey, nigga, did you see that? And it's her dad."
No, you can't do that. What if he was like, "Yeah, that nigga crazy"?
That's funny.
Yeah. Have you ever had anything around friends or anything like a super racist moment?
with the
Like
friends, or
anyone
with
you're
the,
hanging out with, like white. Like here's my example. I'm watching the Super Bowl. It's the Panthers Super Bowl, and I'm at one of my buddies' house. They have a narrow room. It's probably a little bit wider than like the end of the couch to the window right here, but it's long. So they have a TV down here. I'm sitting in the very front, and they have like their friends and family over. That's just where I went to watch Super Bowl. Sitting in front, and I think it was Trey Boston. He was the safety for the Panthers. Gets into like a scuffle, and motherfucker in the back drops the M-bomb. Like, why he got to act like a nigger?
A white dude?
And like, I'm literally like, and I'm the only colored person here, and I'm like, I was in high school, and I was like, in the front, just like, and I could feel like
Everybody
people
looking
looking
at
at
you.
me, and I was
Everybody's
like,
looking at you.
and I was like this close to staying up and like saying something. 'Cause
said
I felt like
the
shit. I
ER?
was like senior, drop fucking nigger right there. I was like, God damn. And I was like senior year of football. Like I was getting into working out. I still was a little nigga compared to like now, but like I was like, oh my God. And like some people had checked him, like, come on now, like really.
So some
And he
people
said it
did
like
say
multiple
something.
times. Yeah, some
Oh, he
people
said
did.
it multiple times.
He said it like twice in like the same sentence.
Damn. And so like your boys, were they right there and like
It was just my one boy. He was sitting. It was two like love seats in the front, and then like everything.
And this was his dad, or who was this?
I don't know who. It was a friend. It wasn't his
Okay,
dad.
some
It was
random
his
dude.
dad. And I was just like,
Was it old head or was it like
I don't know. I didn't turn around. to
You were
look.
like,
I was like, bro. I felt so uncomfortable. I was like,
Yeah.
no fucking way, motherfuckers just said that shit. And I was like, I'm outnumbered. I was like, do I say something? I was like, I had no means of getting home. It wasn't like I drove there or something. I could have just like got up and walked out. I never hung out with that nigga again though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
damn?
Have you had anything?
No.
Well, you've
Definitely
never
not.
had anything like that happen? Not even like gaming.
Game while I'm playing the game.
Like
I'll say that the craziest like I guess if we're going down like racist encounter or whatever would have to be when I was in my freshman year when I was in school, and I went to a Rush event and got up in there
college?
in college, and was with a bunch of my boys, and
White-
we got into this party.
white or
with-
black?
Everybody else was white, and there was like one like mixed dude. He was like white and Indian or something like that. And got up in there having a good time. We had brought girls with us, and then we had talked to like the president before, and he was like, "Yeah, y'all are smooth to come in," because normally like we wouldn't have been able to just walk up in that party, and having a good time, and then just slowly kept getting asked like, "Yo, who the fuck are you?" or like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Hey, bro, so and so said I'm good. Like, you can go ask him. Like, we're smooth." And then they would go, and it would be all good. But then there was one specific dude that just wouldn't let it go. Ends up like pushing me a couple times, and we just started going back and forth. And essentially was like, "You got to get the fuck out." And I was like, "I'm cool to get out, but you just stop putting your hands on me," because he kept pushing me. And start walking through this hallway. The bad thing was I just didn't know where I was at, because I'm like in this random ass house. There's hella people. Like, I'm just trying to be careful. And all my boys had left. There was just me and one other buddy, because they went home to take some other girl home, to one of their girlfriends, something like that. And get to this part of the room. He pushed me one more time. He's like, "Get the fuck out, nigga." So then I turned.
He said nigga or nigger?
He said nigga. And I turn, and the entire like pledge class is just like Like it was like a movie.
So
So like it was like 1v10. So like that's kind of a similar thing to where I'm like, bro, I'm outnumbered. Like
Nah, you get like
I could try to pop off. Like I yelled at one of my boys, but it's like, nigga, what are you finna do? So like I'm out of this. So end up keep talking shit. They get me outside, and then like I'm talking shit from the street and like was down, but just not for the whole like squad. Just wanted that one to come down and
yeah, you know he wouldn't.
throw
yeah,
me.
they're
Nah.
fucked up like that.
I mean, if you had him in the hallway, you got to deal with 2 at a time. You know, you just got to land your
Dude,
punches.
it was finna be 10. Like I could have got the first, maybe the 2, and then I'm dead, nigga. Like I was done.
You just had to nick and just run.
New black kid killed at OU campus in this fraternity house. That would have been the next day.
See, I'm not,
Not hate crime, not hate crime.
I'm not fucking like black, but I lived with females who were like, they kind of were on sororities for a little bit,
Yeah.
but they always hung out with like the frat dudes and stuff, and they'd go to the frat parties and stuff. It was a hassle to like get me in my head. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna go to the party with y'all. Like I know how it's gonna go. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But
I've had
multiple
that shit
times, I
happen.
think I've like 3 times I got jumped by like 4 of them, like every time. All they do is jump. It sucks.
Yeah.
Can't really do shit.
Yeah, that shit is not the
You just
move at
swing,
all,
bro, and just
I used to fucking, because I
have
used to
some
live in a
fun.
fucking sorority house or with the sorority girls.
Okay.
And so we would pull up.
How'd
If I
you get
went
that?
out,
How were you up in the house?
I went to community college with one of the girls that were living there, and I needed.
Shit
I've
was not
explained.
ideal.
I've explained this on the podcast
Okay.
again. I won't, because that'll be another like 20-minute rant.
Okay.
So you guys can go back. But like, long story short, I put myself in a really fucked situation. I needed to live in Buffalo.
Yeah.
From Rochester, it's like an hour away. So it's like Fort Worth to Dallas.
Okay.
A little bit farther than that. And I was gonna rent a room for like $350 a month, and then my friend said that we have like this like extra room. It's not really like a room, but like it'd be $200 a month, like month to month. And I was like,
Yeah.
no contract. I was like, I'll just do that. Regardless. So like I would go out with them. And so I'm pulling up with the whole sorority, and like they're vouching for me, and like dudes would still give me like a hard time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if it gets packed, you gotta leave. I was like, all right, bro. And it's some skinny ass white kid. I was like, bro. I was like, as long as you don't put your hands on me, bro, like I don't care. You want me to leave? I don't really want to be here anyways. Like this shit is fucking
It's
ass.
fucking weird how it works. Like at A&M, it was crazy. It was like, nah, I'm not finna go. Cause even in like bars and stuff, they all work. They're bouncers and stuff. So like you scrap with one. I mean, you might win, and then you
Nah,
fuck.
it's gonna be.
But it's like I
fucking
don't see the big problem. It's like one dude pulling up with like 8 chicks, and not what you want. You know what I mean? What else you want from me, bro? I'm pulling up with bitches. Like what the fuck?
deep. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, that shit is hella weird. Have you had any racist instances?
Not with parents. I mean, the
Just
craziest,
in general, like friends.
the
or,
craziest thing that like I don't even know if she meant to like do it on purpose, but like, so I went on vacation with my like, high school girlfriend, and she asked. We went to Georgia, and like as soon as we got there, she was like, "Hey, I just wanted to like ask you like, is it okay if like we go look at like the plantations like for history?"
This is her mom.
Yeah. And like, look, that, like I'm not joking. Like she like sat me down. She's like, I just want to know if it's like okay if like we go look at the plantations like for like the history part of it. Like I just want to see it for like the history. And before she even like finished the sentence, her dad was like, I don't want to name dropper, but her dad was like, listen, like we're not even going to do that. He was like, that's the worst idea I've ever heard. He was like, Carice, like you don't even need to answer. Like he was like, don't ever say that again. Like,
Yeah.
and she, but the thing,
Man,
but the thing is, I don't even think she meant it in that
love
way.
that dude.
But he was like, nah, like we're not even doing that. Like,
Yeah, bro, that's
don't.
such a force. Like, one, I guess if you had
He was
to
like,
go
are you
look,
kidding me right now?
Yeah, like if you had to ask, you'd probably want to bring it up. Like,
Yeah.
That's wild.
your daughter, like a white family, they got this nigga rolling with. Like, you might want to ask, make sure that he's not gonna get uncomfortable. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Bro, what the
But
fuck?
like the most racist thing I think that's happened to me is I was working for a sign company, and we were doing this like where was it? The train station, and it's downtown. So like I was and it was like cold, like it was dead ass like 20 degrees. But I was already I was like halfway through the day, so I look dirty obviously because like I'm like
the
working and shit. So one of my coworkers, obviously he's white, but one of my coworkers was like, hey, there's like a little minivan down there, and we were gonna like boom up to go over to fix the sign. There was like, can you tell her to just move back like 6 inches or 6 feet, so like in case we drop anything, like don't go in her car. So I walk over to her, I knock on her door. First of all, she jumps like this, like jump like she saw a ghost, and then like cracks the window like this much.
Damn.
Before I get a word out, she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, honey, I don't got no money for you." And I said, huh? And I was like, I just need you to move your car. I'm currently working right now. Like, I'm not homeless.
Yeah.
And so she was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. But I was like, that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you
Just
finna
kinda
need
like
some.
judging.
You finna need
Yeah,
some.
I mean, part of it definitely played into like how you look. You reset that.
Yeah.
I had an instance. So in community college, in
That's
this
that window. You finna
in
need
this
money.
in this biology class, I had this dude. He was more of like not like super like popular like kid like or anything like that. But like he like I don't know, he like was always he like really like talking to me, and like we would play like Fortnite and shit. I think I've even after I started popping off on social media, I saw him like comment on something or something like that. But like we're playing Fortnite, and this is back in Fortnite's prime. This dude gets killed, and it's like, you fucking nigger, to do the kill, and I like literally go hush, left the party. And I think I had him, blocked him, never talked to him again. I was like, are you kidding me? You got mad and you want to drop the fucking N-bomb?
Yeah.
Like,
Bro,
you don't even know if he's black.
I've had that shit. Yeah, I've had that. Like,
But it's someone I knew personally. It's not
Yeah.
like someone online. I hear that shit, like, I don't give a fuck. But like, bro, you see me on a day-to-day basis. That's what you think of him? He's just a nigga. So what do you think of me?
Yeah.
Off-light nigga? Like, off-light? Like, what the fuck?
Are you okay? So I was never one of those type of people. Like any video game, Call of Duty, Fortnite, like. It's difficult for me to sit there and talk shit.
Oh, bro.
And like, okay, and I
talking
think y'all are definitely majority then. I can't do it because I'm like, bro, we're just talking shit for no reason. Like, in a second, you finna leave the game and I'm finna leave the game.
It's just funny,
Exactly
bro.
why. It's because
See-
you have the freedom and it's just fun because you can tell it's trolling. It's just like my toxic trait is that I figure people out fast. I know it will piss them off.
Yeah.
How I can trigger them. Like I can say anything to them and I could piss them off if I really want to because I know them very well.
Yeah.
The same thing like if I'm talking with a female, I want to be toxic. I know what you don't like and all that shit. So like I figure out what me saying something's pissing you off. Well, you're not gonna play right because now your emotions are low. So like I want to fucking keep stabbing at
Bro,
that
like
shit
search and
talk
destroy
my
though,
shit.
I'd have a whole team of 6. It'd be like me, like a lot of my homeboys, and bro, it doesn't even matter if the team like we'd be winning, but they're like, "Hey man, good game, you are good." Shut the fuck up, bitch. Yeah, that's right. Like shut the fuck up. You're fucking, so funny, bro. It doesn't matter.
I can't. I'm just like, hey, good
ever
game.
do it in
It's
sports?
competitive. It's fun, bro. It's
A
funny.
little bit in sports, but like, I also think it takes a while to like kind of piss me off. So like,
I would do it in sports. Like I'd be playing receiver, nigga be guarding me. I'd kill him offline. I was like, yeah, you lucky his ass didn't throw it, nigga. Like, I'd talk shit, bro. I'd be talking shit.
Yeah, dude. I
I'd
gotta,
tackle someone, and then,
Mouthpiece for
that's
sure.
the whole game. Like it just once I like get going, but I can only talk shit if I'm good at something.
okay,
Like and I only get competitive really if I'm good at something. If I'm not good at all, like nigga, if we play ping pong right now, I'm not gonna be able to get competitive because I can't compete. Like I can't do what I want to do up here.
Yeah.
So I can't
On the board,
perform. So
yeah.
so if I'm asked at a video game, I'm not gonna talk shit. Like you catch me playing Madden, I'm talking shit. I'm making plays. Like
see, I
That's
would
just how-
talk shit to my boys though. Like if I'm playing with my boys, we would talk shit, go
Oh, of
back
course.
and forth, nigga your ass, like going back
Yeah.
and forth. But when it was somebody on the other side, I'm like, I think because I took that shit for real. I'm like, nigga, you're really talking shit right now. Like, and I just dropped your shit off. And then like he just wants to keep running his mouth, but I don't know. Like I don't know if I would actually do something in person, but I would rather like, nigga, if you're really for real, like let's do it. You know what I mean?
I think
like
it's
I'll
just
drop
funny.
the address
it's
over there.
fun. It's just fun to like.
I used to do
troll.
that in football too. Even when they scored on me, I'd be like, still talking shit, bro. I was always talking
Oh,
shit.
you were that
saying the
motherfucker. You
stupid
cooked the
mother-
motherfucker. He like, yeah, man, you got lucky, brother. Someone's in my eyes.
No, yeah,
It's
I mean,
9
because
o'clock
I'd be
at
cooking them all game, and then he gets one good play, and I was like, "You're still a bitch, right? You're whack." I don't give a fuck. Well, it brings me back. I used to play JUCO ball, and that's crazy that sometimes y'all go through like racial like bullshit like that. Because I was driving like 90 in a 65 in my mom's car with a buddy named Kevante, and we got fucking pulled over, bro. And like the cop was whack, bro. Like I've never got encountered like that, but he was in the front seat. He like came around, kind of like, you know what I mean, acting like we like checking, saying, "Well, y'all got some shit on you." Whatever. I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro?" Fuck, you know what I mean? I just thought it was fucking insane. In my head, I'm like, "Damn." I was like, "Hey, bro, you be going through that?" Like, he's like, "Yeah, bro," because he like was like very respectful and shit. I'm looking at him like, "Dude, you don't gotta answer these questions, bro. Why is he asking you for your ID? Fuck that motherfucker." He's like, "Nah, bro, just don't say nothing."
Answer the fucking question.
Yeah, and I'm like,
it don't work like that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, ah, fuck. And I was like, damn. kind of told my mom, I was like, dude, this shit's crazy.
You were about to say something?
Yeah, so like I got a similar story to that one. This like a couple weeks ago. I was with a buddy. I don't know where we went. Like I think we literally just went and got food one night. But he ends up getting pulled over. He's a brown dude, Indian dude, so we weren't like really tripping. Like we were doing what we were supposed to do, but one of his lights was out, and he was able to like kind of turn it on. But the cop was
Where did you get pulled over?
Shoot, this was
South
on
Lake?
No, this was. I want to say this was North Richland Hills. So like
A North Richland Hills
yeah,
cop?
yeah. I want to say or Colleyville maybe. I don't know. Get pulled over because of the light, and we asked him. We were like, which light was it? And he was like, and like looks at it for a little bit. Couldn't figure it out, and we had to like suggest that it was the left light. And he was like, yeah, it was the left one. Fix it, and he's like, all right, we're just gonna go back to the back really quick and check your ID. And at this time, I think there was only one. I still think there was only one guy there. Dude walks back, and the bright lights come on, so we can't see shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like sitting like this, he's driving. And I'm like, damn, this dude's really taking a long time. I can't see nothing. And I like kind of just turn my head like this, and out of my peripherals, he's standing right here, but tucked far enough back from my window that like the only way I can see him is like, because I'm turning my head like this, I catch him over here. And he had just been standing there. And I think my window was rolled down, or one of the windows was still rolled down. And I don't know what he was trying to see, if I was going to like stash some shit, try to throw some shit out. That was my thought, but maybe I'm thinking too hard. I don't know.
Did backup come?
No, it was one dude.
I was just
like, because I ended up looking back. And listen, it was also like, shoot, it was probably 10, 11 o'clock at night. So who's rolling too deep? Like, I mean, maybe some are, but I don't think on just a normal street you're rolling too deep in North Richland Hills, Texas. You know what I mean?
No, that's only typically in bad areas that they'll have 2 cops per vehicle.
Yeah. And end up, like, once I did that, I just started talking about, like, some normal-ass shit. Like, I think I just started something business-related. And then he ends up walking out, comes back up. Here's your ID. Appreciate it, guys. And that was it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We got pulled over in my Challenger.
Yeah.
Which, blacked out Challenger, slammed. You can't see in the back window. And the dude was super fun cool. We didn't have, like, he was, like, hella chill. Because I don't have a front plate on my car. That's what he pulled me over for. But, like, gave us a warning. We had our cameras out. He's asked what we were filming. I told him I had a gun in the car. He's like, all right, I just need you guys to stick your, like, hands out the window. Because, like, fucking, they don't want to see, there's a weapon in the car, threat. But he was hella chill. His fucking brother goes to AR and shit. Like, I haven't had any issues with, like, I don't know if I've had any issues with cops. I'm just getting, like,
I definitely have.
I mean, I've gotten pulled over, but in all of those situations, I was, like, in the wrong. Like, it wasn't like, I felt like I just got pulled over for nothing. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but it was never just like, all right, like you're reaching right now. Mm-hmm. But every time it was either speeding and fucking being on my phone. Only times I've been pulled over.
Yeah.
Yeah, my situation was like, obviously I was speeding very bad. He was pissed off about that, but then he just went on about some other like bullshit, asking him questions that doesn't need to be asked. You know what I mean? He's like reaching, like you said.
He's fishing.
I was just like, bro. And we're in Angleton. I don't know if you know where that is, but Angleton's like more of like, it's like back roads and you know what I mean? It's not, I don't know. It's just, it was weird. I was like, damn. I looked at him. I was like, damn, you good? He was like, yeah, I'm good. He was just quiet for the rest of the ride. He was just kind of tripping. I was like, oh. I was like, damn, that's fucking wild.
Have you ever been pulled over, Deuce? Oh, yeah, you got the ticket
over
once.
Yeah.
I don't think you've had any racial issues.
Nah, I
with
definitely haven't had any.
Yeah, the cops are normally like, I mean, most of the time when you get pulled over, you did something wrong. I'm not saying all the time, but it's like most cops are good.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the fact that most cops are bad. And just like, I don't know, I've gotten to see other sides of it too, because I got a criminal justice degree. I did internships and like got to sit down and talk with like different people and like get to see like what it was really like. But like, definitely something else happened though, where I felt like maybe it was this apartment shit. I don't know. There's sometimes when I like go to do something, because I always dress the way that I dress. Like when I went to go get my like car loan or like going to buy a new car, and like, I mean, I like younger. I'm brown. Like, people don't expect me to make money at all. And so, like, motherfuckers give us a hard time. Like, we've been applying to apartments. These motherfuckers wanted a guarantor.
For real.
I was like, bro, my income clears what you guys need, because typically 3 times, like, the rent. He's like, my shit clears that. More than what you needed to clear. Mm-hmm. I was like, yes, I'm 24. I was like, but then you got 2 other people that's added income.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me. I was like, did they see that we were black? Like, that's I'm being dead ass. Like, in the one neighborhood, we got denied for a house. Beautiful house in Fort Worth, like almost 4,000 square feet. And so when we're going to see these houses, I don't bring the Challenger. I bring the 4Runner. The 4Runner looks run down. Like we slowly working on it and stuff and shit, but like it looks run down. It doesn't look like I would make the amount of money that I make driving that car, right?
Yeah.
And then Zay pulls up in his like Cadillac. His Cadillac's older. He's about to get a new car. So like, and then we're looking at this fucking 4,000 square foot house, damn near a fucking mansion. That's probably like a $700,000 house. And like, I was like, I wonder if the neighbors talk to like the owner. They see all these black kids walk out, 3 black kids, and we're looking at this big ass house. Like, oh yeah, they're selling drugs. They got to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like I get like slighted, and the fact that I do social media, that's not like a mainstream job. It's like people don't think that you can make money from like social media.
Is this the house we all signed up?
Yeah, this is gonna be the one that we signed.
Well, yeah,
up. But
my
they
head-
didn't see your ass. Maybe you needed to show
I
up.
was just about to say that. I was like, man, you should let me pull up, bro.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Yeah, nice to meet you,
How you
sir.
doing? Like,
You know, I don't know, but that shit is not.
yeah, no, I was super hyped because the dude was like talking it up. When we were signing with you, he was chill. He's like, yeah, I mean, y'all could be good. I mean, straight. I mean.
Even still, these motherfuckers wanted a guarantor and double deposit, which would have been like $6,200. They got talked down to $5K for a deposit, but it's like where we live now. This apartment that we're in right now, filming, is more in rent than the fucking townhouse, and you gonna be fucking stingy about that shit? I was like, that makes me so fucking mad. I hate being treated like a little nigga.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
I think
like,
it
bro.
was our age and how much people in the cars.
Well, yeah,
and stuff,
that
but
the
then
cars,
again, it's
but
like
even still for this place, it's like, bro, I'm a grown man. I was like, I mean, I'll still get hit with the fucking fee for renting a car for being under 25, but like, I'm fucking 24 years old. I need a guarantor. Who am I gonna have guarantor?
Yeah.
I ain't got no fucking parent. Pull that shit on my ass. Like, have the fucking whole. I'm have Casper. That's gonna be my fucking guarantor.
yeah.
Like, you know, my guarantor is this motherfucking Amex car. Right that motherfucking.
Have they even said anything about why? Still
No, they never answered us on why we got denied, but the house got leased. So I'd imagine he found like someone, like a family moving in. Like, I don't know. I was thinking, I was like, fuck, mate, we should have told everyone that we were brothers. People would have believed me and Zay. We could just say, we all got the same dad or some shit. Like, maybe then we would have been good.
It's definitely got to be just probably because of age. I think age, and then I think color probably ties into it, but probably most likely age.
And it's a nice ass house too. Like, I don't know, he probably thought we were like partying and shit. Like,
Yeah,
when you
that's
think
the
about
big
it, y'all
concern.
are like the odd ones out, right? So like majority of people that are 24, like anywhere from 19 to 25, they're on bullshit most likely. They are fucking partying all the time. They're drinking, smashing holes into stuff.
Even if you fucking drinking, there's nothing wrong with drinking.
And I'm not saying there is, but I think they look at y'all as less responsible when in all actuality y'all are probably more responsible than like the majority. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
there's a lot of potential in that house, bro. We could have
It's sad.
had dope merch drops, like, and there's so much rooms, bro.
Nah,
But
it was
they
like
weren't just
7-room
regular
pad.
rooms. They were like,
was
there was a room with a kitchen upstairs too. Like, I don't know. I saw a lot of potential, so I was like honestly
In-law
upset.
suite, bro.
Yeah.
That
I
shit
was
was
like, man,
fucking hard.
fuck.
I mean, the fucking townhouse that we're about to get is gonna be. It's like 3 minutes from AR. Yeah, nah, it bugs out sometimes.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck it is. But yeah, we're gonna get. I mean, we'll see. Because we've been on the look. That shit is stressful, bro. Like, there's like nothing.
There's townhomes being built by mine over there.
I don't know where you stay at,
I have to send you it.
but if they're being built, when?
Like they build these bitches like every day. Like I swear, like I go over there, I'm like, damn nigga, that shit
You
went there
live-
yesterday.
Where you live in relevance to?
If you go up Davis, turn left on Mid Cities, and then go by
Oh, okay.
that school
Gotcha.
over
Yeah,
there.
I know where you're talking
I'll
about.
text you too.
Yeah, because we live right. You go right
Yeah.
down mid cities towards Nabil's house,
Okay.
and then across the street from Nabil's house. It's one of those.
Would be one of those.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just instead of going that way, just go down that way.
Yeah,
About 3 minutes though.
yeah. And speaking of being like more like well put together, how old are you, Bryson?
I'm 20.
So like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're ahead of the curve. Is that what they say? Is it ahead of the curve for someone like your age, like
you were
mentally, like having shit together. What do you think plays into that? Like, was it you were forced to grow up like early? Because that's what I play into me being as mature is like one, always hanging around people that are older, and two, just having to grow up faster, like being thrown in. All right, nigga, sink or swim. Like, if I'm act like a little 18-year-old, I ain't gonna make it. So I gotta grow the fuck up.
Yeah, I think it's a little mix of all of those things. I think what you said right there, where I'm around older people all the time, because I am. Like, y'all are all older than me.
Little nigga.
So yeah, definitely that's a big one. I think also putting myself into positions to where I have to grow. So kind of like I either eat or I starve, kind of mindset. So I moved out after I graduated high school, and like have a great relationship with my family. I could, count on them anytime that I need them. But just had an opportunity to move out and decided to do that. I think I grew a lot that year because like had to really sit and kind of be with my thoughts and kind of internalize those and figure out, why am I feeling this way or what do I need to do to do this or whatever. And then I think you also you grow when you actually do have to pay some bills and you actually have to, provide for yourself. I think those things have all helped. I'd say a big one is just being around other people and then being willing like to listen to what they have to say just because of the amount of wisdom they may have or the experiences that they have that I don't.
That's valid. Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes into, I don't know who I was debating with, but it's just like as far as just like listening to like people, like there's like yes and like no, and it kind of ties into, hopefully this makes sense, like in today's like world, you can find free information on anything, but the bigger issue is that no matter what your agenda is, whether the sun produces heat or the sun doesn't produce heat, you can find a fucking argument online, or you can find like evidence in the sense that will back your agenda. You see people all the time, especially in like social media, like they'll post all these, it says it here, but like you can Google fucking, I can find some shit that says these headphones are gonna make our brain explode and give us cancer and shit. So like there's like so much information available now. I think the hardest part, and I think what people struggle with is just like filtering what they actually need to listen to. And then I think the biggest issue is just not applying it. Most people know what they got to do, right? You got to work hard, or like, all right, I can get FHA loan to get into real estate, or like, oh yeah, social media, I just got to like stand out.
You think it's the
and
risk?
be different.
Or what do you think it is?
I mean, a lot of people fear risk, and a lot of people just like doing
It's resistance.
what they know is going to work, right?
Yeah.
It is. I was going to save this like for the end, but you don't grow without adversity. And so a lot of people are scared of adversity because they feel comfortable. They know they can go to college, I can pay all this money for this 4-year degree.
Yeah.
I can pay $50,000 for this 4-year degree, and I can get a job with some internship that I'll get, and I'm guaranteed to make some money.
Yeah.
Versus I can spend $50,000, man, mentoring or internshiping or starting my own business, and I can potentially scale, but at the same time I could fail. Everyone is scared of the what if they're gonna fail. Like for me, and I think most successful people, especially in entrepreneurship and like chasing your dreams, most people fear the what if I didn't take the chance versus what if I failed, right? If you're looking at things from a negative perspective, I think you're never gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, bro, I'm about to do this merch drive. What if I spend $5,000 on merch and none of it sells? Like, what am I gonna do? What if I drive down to fucking Texas, move my life here, and it doesn't work out? What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Versus, what if it worked out better than I thought it could? That's the mindset I think separates like people that do like entrepreneurship and like people that go working 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with 9 to 5 because we need people that are like that, but just not everyone has it in them.
Yeah.
I think it's something that you're almost born with. It can't be like, yes, you can learn more, but like not everyone can be LeBron. Everyone can be Usain Bolt. Same sense, I don't think everyone can be an entrepreneur.
So I agree with you there. I think I said this to somebody the other day, but something that I like to do, because I will say I don't like the whole 9 to 5, right? And with you talking about risk, how I see it is like, let's say I'm 20 right now, right? Let's say I died at 90. Well, I have 70 more years to come back from some failure. So let's say, like, I just quit.
Yeah.
Quit my job, and let's say I go out on my own, chase my own dreams, and I fail. Well, I got 70 years where I can come back from that L. And you telling me I can't fix it in 70 years? Then I'm really not shit. But I know I can fix it in 70 years. You know what I mean? So that's not like a worry. So that's like, I feel like if anybody's struggling with risk, think about it that way. You got so much time to make it up, but that time is going away. I am going to get more responsibilities. I might get a girl.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get a girl pregnant. But if I got a kid, like, bro, I can't take that risk. I have to have that
exactly.
job. You know
It's
what I
huge.
mean?
Even having a girl, like, I think about that all the time is like, fuck, bro. I need to, because I spoil my girl. I like, she always tells me you spend too much money on me, but like I enjoy gift giving. That is like my one of my like love languages, that and like physical touch. So like that's why I always like put people on. If I fuck with you, like I will go out of my way like and like do things like out of the ordinary. Like Gave you a pair of shoes. That's just out of the
Nigga
ordinary.
did give me a pair of shoes.
That's out
He
of the
did.
ordinary. You had no idea. I asked you
Yeah.
one day what your shoe size was. 3 weeks later, like a pair of shoes. Like just like random shit. Because obviously, nigga, physical touch. Nigga, what am I gonna do? Give you a back rub or some shit? Like nigga, that ain't the move. You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to like my boys and stuff, like that's how I show like my appreciation and my like love is like, or like going all the way like I'll teach you how to do this or I'll teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot where the fuck I was going with this, bro.
I'll say that this is what I was going to add to my last little part over there. But one thing, a reason why I don't like go ahead. Hit
I
it.
remember it was the fucking calculated risk.
Okay.
Like you can't just. I'm not just gonna put my whole life savings into this crypto coin and like.
Yeah.
Oh man, like, I got years to correct this. No, it's taking fucking calculated like risk, like being smart about the things you do, but you still have some risk involved, bro. Like motherfuckers didn't make it to the big league just chilling on the couch. It just like doing. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna show up. Like no, you got to be willing to sacrifice. And that's what a lot of people I don't think are willing to do. And for some people, it might be sacrificing your time, your free time with others, loved ones. It could be sacrificing money.
That's what I was gonna say.
You may have to invest. Like you might have to move away from family. You might have to sacrifice the fact that you're going to live farther away because where you living in that small little town is not going to help you grow. You need to go somewhere that's going to fuel your fire.
It's like becoming successful. Like it's like resistance. People are resistant to the fact that they could lose all their friends, but not knowing like that chasing their dreams, they could basically find a whole new world and a whole new friend. You know, friend group type shit. Like they're scared of like I don't know how to
You gotta
explain
be
it. Of
heartless.
losing. Like yeah,
You gotta be heart. Like in a sense, I am heartless. I mean, like I left people in Buffalo. I mean, this nigga was in fucking Buffalo.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I'm missing it, but like I don't care. I was like, this is the best move for me. This is what I'm gonna do. I'll play PlayStation with it. Like I'll figure ways around it. Like that shit. I've never had a decision where it's like, fuck, bro. Like I'm gonna do what's best for me and my goals. And yes, there might be some risk, right? You know, you leave a brand, you join another brand. There's risk. What if I don't sell with this brand?
Yeah.
Like fuck. I'm figuring out what brand I'm gonna sign with. Am I gonna sell with Young LA? Like fuck. There's pros and cons. Like there's risk. What if it doesn't sell? What if I would have sold X amount more with, you know, say like GBT or some shit? I don't know, but I'm gonna fucking find out. Do a calculated risk, have my reasons why, and I'm just gonna stick to it and fucking go.
Do you think that video games, this is an odd one, video games have any tie to like
Negative.
not negative. I would say positive to like that drive that you have, that grind on like the same thing over a course of time. Like when I think back, right, and I'm playing 2K. So I want you to really think about this.
exactly where you're about to go with it.
And I'm playing 2K. I had to get badges, right? I had to get my limitless range badge, my post
Hall
score
of Fame,
badge, Hall of
gotta
Fame,
have
everything. And what do they start at? They start at bronze.
Started Nathan.
Or I guess you starting with nothing and you building your character. So like I think that's what I've done, right? And we've all done. We built our character, built this foundation, our morals, everything that we believe in, and then now it's about going to get actual skills that we can then leverage in like the marketplace and make more money, right? And so that's what I was doing on that video game. I was getting more skills so I could leverage to get more coins in my pockets. Then I go get my dude tatted up, or I could go get him dripped out. But I had to get those skills so I could beat anybody out there like on the court.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So like yes and no.
Okay.
And no for most people, because here's the thing. Like yes, people that play video games, they'll grind a video game. I play Madden a lot. And yes, there's an escape, but at the end of the day, you enjoy playing the game. Most people don't enjoy the grind that they're working towards. They're working some job that they don't really like.
So
They're
I
doing
think-
something they don't like. But if you are doing something like me, I do something that I enjoy. The grind is in a sense the same to fucking gaming.
The game.
Gaming can be negative though. It
Oh,
is
100%,
addictive. I get very
100%.
addictive. If I told you how much money I've spent on Madden this year, you'd probably punch me in the face. I've probably spent more in past years when I didn't have money. So like the problem is though, I keep using that as like my it's fine. Like I make money now, I can spend money on
spend
it.
it, yeah.
But like I spent a lot of money on a game that doesn't give me anything back besides enjoyment and takes like time away. But like it can be definitely like a sidetrack. Like when I move, it's taken me a while to find that like balance to where I can enjoy the game and still like be productive and like get all my stuff done. It just comes from like discipline, but like that same grind mentality is like how like we'll grind, whether it's Call of Duty, you're grinding for a camo. Fucking Madden, I'm playing solo
same
chins,
shit.
doing something I don't really like within the thing I like. And I think that's one thing that I have to like get past. Like we haven't posted a podcast in a while. I like didn't feel like posting a podcast. I don't like talking about the same things, like, but like in the same sense, like this is what I enjoy doing, but there's things I don't really like doing. You like playing 2K. You don't like grinding badges.
Yeah.
So like you still have to do the things. You have to do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure that's in the right realm for you, right? Some people may love fucking vlogging. I don't like vlogging. Or some people may hate fitness. That might not be the thing. But, you know, they love the stock market. So, like, apply all that same principles
same
to
thing.
something else.
Yeah.
And run with that shit.
I think I wanted to add this one in there, but Minecraft, I feel like, is a good game to base everything off of. Because I really think that this is a video game. Like, to an extent, right? And we can go down. We can go down the route of like NPCs. You think niggas are real? Like, are there bots out there? All that shit.
Hella
I'm down
bots.
to talk about that. But I think when you really think about it, right, we're all the same to an extent. We have some are more blessed, right, than others, and they have access to things that we might not have access to. But just like in Minecraft, you drop into this world, right? We're all a block character, or even Roblox. We're all a block character. We have the same tools in the beginning. Right, I got my mind, I got my lips, my feet, I got everything like this. So do you,
you're right? Everyone has opportunity to be great.
Exactly, and it's just about what you do in that world. So some people might build a roller coaster up in that bitch. Some might build some system to where, whatever, they're getting
Like a
fish
6x6
or
house.
Yeah, some might build a house, or a whole like theme park, whatever. But it's just a matter of like what you do with your tools. We all start the same. Now there's some genetic freaks out there like Usain Bolt or like LeBron James, like you were talking about. So maybe we all can't be there.
Even outside of genetics, just situation. I think a good example, one of the times I went back, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, but this is the fact of the matter. Me and my sister are talking. My sister makes sub like $30K a year, right? And obviously we grew up in the same situation. Like I always lived with my sister. And I have took that situation and made something out of it, and now I make more money than I ever thought I would have. My sister's still kind of trapped in like the same sort of deal, and like our mindsets are completely different. Like we'll have conversations, just certain things will be said, and I was like, yeah, we are not the same like at all. We may have the same like parents and grew up out of the same situation, but like I took it and didn't. It's the famous quote, right? Like boiling water will make an egg hard, but that same boiling water will make a potato soft, right? So you're not a product of your environment. You're a product of what your environment shapes you into, what you choose to let it shape you into. So, like, you can have your environment turn you soft, or you can use that in hard. Same thing with, like, people that grow up with, like, daddy issues or something. Like, I don't have, dad was barely, like, in my life, and then things went south or whatever. Yeah. Now I don't have any parents in my life. Like, some people go down the road, and it's, like, really bad. Me, take that shit on the chin, right? Like, trauma is something that, like, everyone likes to say, like, oh, this happened, and, like, I went through all this and all that. I was like, I don't look at anything I went through like, yeah, I had to go through all this. That's why I don't really talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't talk about my past because I don't look at it as trauma. I wouldn't go back and change anything. Like, I'm glad that I went through all those things. They sucked at the time, but that's why I am the person that I am today.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't be Jay Lane Fit or, the person that I am now. Like, I would consider myself pretty wise. A lot of people come to me for, like, advice. All three of you guys have constantly like came to me for, and that's just from all the shit that I've gone through and seen. And like, if I were to change any of that, that would change like who I am.
Yeah.
Like trauma is just some shit people want to use as like a fucking crutch.
Yeah.
I don't view it as trauma. Right? Like some people will use that and they let it like shape their whole life. And not everyone is like super mentally strong, right? Whether it's a shitty past relationship or like, parent issues or growing up poor or whatever, and then they let that fucking just shape everything. It's same thing, like, I'm sure all y'all have, like, talked to a girl, and she talks about her ex was this, her ex was that, and now, nigga, you're fucking playing fucking Wakanda Forever. You're trying to save this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And because she's got all this fucking trauma that she's allowing to shape and still carry with her every day instead of just letting it go and trying to put her best foot forward and look past it. But now, all these problems are now reflected on you. Like, yeah, I don't really trust people. Like, we can't do that. Like, all just shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been that kind of person. But not everyone handles, like, I'm fucking out. I look myself in the mirror and be like, you're being a fucking sorry bitch. Like, nigga, you're being a bitch. Like, you're being sorry. You're wasting your fucking potential. You're being a piece of shit. I was like, you're worthless. Like, step it the fuck up. If I fucking told that to somebody, some people would break down crying. But that's what they fucking need to hear. That's the problem, bro. Not enough people are willing to tell themselves what the fuck they need to hear.
It's the truth.
It's as simple as that.
That's what I have too. Like I know when I'm falling off, and I'll get back and I'll do better. But I find I do the same thing over and over. So it's kind of like I feel like I just need to stop resisting and sit down and do my fucking work, or go do it when I don't want to, or
Exactly.
like when it's raining, when it's cold, when it's
Exactly,
like
bro.
I
Make it
find
happen.
I gotta be territorial over my dreams and my goals, because no matter who I hurt,
Territorial.
yeah, it's like territory. It's my territory. So like, say Arnold, if there was nobody else in the world, he's gonna go to the gym for himself, type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's not doing this shit for no one else. I'm not doing none of this that I'm doing for anybody else. It's just for me. So it's like I've just been dealing with it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I got to be more self-aware and like know, because I definitely wasted a lot of time ever since I.
Oh, I've wasted fucking potential.
But it's also like I wake up like today, bro. Oh, I'm tired. Like I did not feel like doing shit. I didn't. It's like you gotta do it when you don't want to. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
you really just gotta be territorial over your shit. Even if you lose all your friends, you can find way better friends that support you even more down the road. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I feel like people are super scared of that. It's like losing friends, losing relationships.
Yeah.
Like, fuck them, bro. I mean, if they're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, not everyone can deal like that. I think you're kind of similar to me. Is like I grew up with laws, expecting laws.
Yeah.
Like, so like, I will like hear certain things now, or like, and I've had conversations with my girl. Like, she'll say something, I tell her like that's the first place my mind goes. Like, I've dealt with loss my whole life.
Yeah.
From I don't have any parents in my life anymore. Or, like friends. Like when me and him, like our relationship fell off. Like my grandfather. Like I've dealt with loss my whole life. So that is expected. That is engraved, and that is just like. But I don't think a lot of people. And going back to like looking in the mirror and tell yourself, not a lot of people are very self-aware. Can take a step back. I can take a step back, and I will sit there and think, why did I act like that, or like why? And I will give a like what I believe is the right answer, the logical answer of like I think it's based on this, or X, Y, and Z. I think is why. Not a lot of people can do that. Like I'm being a bitch. Why am I being a bitch? Well, my discipline's off. I'm not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like not a lot of people can do that. They'll be like, oh well.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing pretty good for myself. Like, if I had that mindset, I wouldn't be fucking trying to get better. Like, yeah, I could be content. I could live with the money that I make now. Like, if it stayed consistent, like for the rest of my life, I'd be happy. But I want more.
That's what I just need to be more self-aware. Like I am. I know when I'm falling off, and I always like, I just know, you know what I mean? Like you just know
I
when
fell
you're,
off.
like, yeah, when you fall off, you're like, fuck, all right, I got to get it. But my thing is I get back after it, and then boom, I have like that one bad day, and I'm off for another 3 days and get back into it. I'm in the same repeating cycle.
Allowing a bad day.
Yeah,
to
so it's just
fuck
like
your
I need
shit
to
up.
sit down and do my work, and also like schedule. I'm a schedule person, so if I wake up at like 6 a.m. every day, right? But what if I sleep until 10? I'm mad as fuck. Ruins my day. I'm like, man, fuck. But if I just do the same schedule, starting from that time and finish everything, I should be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like too hard on myself. I don't know myself as good as I think I do, so that's what I've been trying to work on. I think a lot of people don't really know exactly what they can do because they don't sit down and just do their work.
Yeah,
Everything else is like just cloudy around them. You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's just a lot of thoughts. I don't know.
I feel that.
This is how I've been moving. It's kind of fucking. I'm like, fuck it, bro.
Yeah.
Like territory, I don't give a fuck. And like, stop saying shit so much. Like, stop saying. Even if you're your closest friends, like, no hate to anybody, but it's like I'd be talking too much and no action. I'll say what I'm gonna do and it sounds good in my head, but I don't do shit about it. You know what I mean? It takes me a while. Like this, it's just. I don't know. Life's just not going to give you what you're on earth for. You know what I mean? You got to go and get it.
Take it.
That's what I've been dealing with. I'm kind of like, mental health's all right, but like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to like.
Nah, I feel that, bro. This is the first podcast in like over a month, bro. This shit is here. I bought this equipment. Spent like $2,000 on equipment so I could have it here.
See, and I don't like pressuring you, but I do get like DMs and people are like,
Nah,
bro, when's the next? When's the next? When's the next?
You're my boy. Be like, hey, bro, stop being
But
a
it's
lazy
like-
fuck.
it's like
nigga.
your
This is- you gotta
podcast,
be like,
though,
this is
you
your
know?
job, bro. Post a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
The same thing, like, I brought him down doing videography. That way he'd have like instant income. I'd stopped posting YouTube videos. Yes, there was deeper reasons for that, but like I haven't sufficed enough. And I told him 3 months that I would pay him. So like, gonna get. That's my commitment, whether I give you content or not. But it's like, fuck, how can I make this worth it? Because he helps with coaching, helps organize it and everything.
Yep.
And so he's helping me make money right there. But like, I haven't figured out what I need to do to like suffice that. And like, there's no excuse for me like not posting like YouTube. And I think the biggest problem, and I don't know if this would apply. You're the only one that's not really on like social media here, but like I think the big problem is that I'm sitting here looking around at like what other people are doing instead of just doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
And taking influence from like others.
I think that's a big thing, bro. Like I'll be honest, I don't have Instagram or anything right now.
You deleted them?
Yeah, I deleted all of them. Like the only thing I do have downloaded is Twitter, because I think Twitter I can get a lot of information from. Like people actually talk about like good thing, you can kind of get in clicks and stuff like that. But it's because I feel like I find myself looking at other people's content, right?
Yep.
And like I'm like, damn, bro, they're out in Bali. Like that shit's hard. But like I need to sit back and be like, bro, well, how do I get out in Bali? Like, how do I go buy that new car? I'll do all that shit.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
instead of being so consumed by somebody else's life, like, be consumed by yours.
That's
and,
why I
like,
feel
try
like
to make
social
yours
media is a
big.
hard field to be in because like I'm always on my phone. That's how I make my money.
Yeah.
But I always see like I don't know how to
Yeah,
explain it. Like you
100%,
gotta get
bro.
on Instagram. And I started not really looking too much, but it's like I got yours favorited. I got like a lot of people's favorite that I fuck with. You know, if you like favorite,
Yeah.
it shows up from the front.
Yeah.
So I just deal with the people that you know what I mean. I'll go, like, comment, show some love. But other than that, I try and get off because I do see people in Bali and like Dubai, and it's just like, damn, they're getting, they're getting this much likes. I'm getting this, like all types of shit. It really just fucks with your head. So it's a really like big mental game. Or when people come down, when I hear how much like base pay and salaries other people are on, you're just like, damn, you know what I mean?
Why
You're
not
just-
me?
Yeah, like you're just like, why not me? Like do you really have it? You're not making as much as them. You don't got it, so you got to work way more harder. That's what's cool about it, but it's also like, so like a lot of fucking, it's fucked up, bro. It fucks with your head like big time. Especially if sales are down and everything's just down. And you're just like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it totally. And the same thing applies to people that are like a little bit older and looking at people around their age. Like, bro, everyone's running a different race, bro. Like, you may not become the fucking millionaire. You might end up being a billionaire, but it might not have started happening until you were like 33. Look at Steve Harvey. Yeah. Steve Harvey didn't start making money until he was older.
Started comedy at 37.
Yeah. And now that motherfucker got an empire and he's well off. So it's just like, if he was sitting there looking at all these other people 37, they got fucking
House.
15 years in their field, like all this stuff, but like he stayed in his lane, he kept pursuing that fucking dream.
Exactly, yeah. That shit comes when you least expect it too. Like I remember when all this shit popped off for me, I was at the lowest point in my life, and I'm just like, damn, fuck it, fuck life. I didn't even want
That
to
is
stick
crazy
around.
too.
I didn't want
That's
to.
when
It
this
happens
shit
every
popped off
time,
for me,
bro.
was my fucking lowest point.
I
in
didn't
life
stick
too.
around. Like I was just like, I don't even.
pressure.
I said, God, I don't know if I want to stick around for this. I don't know. I don't want to know what happens, And then boom, shit. Not even a year, bro. Life changed like crazy. Just huge turnaround. And I'm starting to feel a little bit of the same thing, but I'm also more like self-aware of shit now. Like I'm trying to actually like sit down and do my shit and do everything I need to do, and not take everything so serious. Also, not listen to people. Be independent instead of calling them like, hey, does this picture look good? This and that. This content. Why the fuck does it matter, bro? You made it. That's your shit. It's your
post
wave.
on it.
Like post that motherfucker. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm starting to feel like not the same way. I don't want to stick around, but I think it's like a big level up's coming when I really feel like nothing's working out for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got a
Always
question for you. Oh, you got something?
No, I was just gonna say like, cause like when you say you like look at other people's shit, like ever since I started like Coach Deuce, I feel like I don't even really be like scrolling like that. Like I literally go on that shit to like either post a story or like post like a video. Like I'll give it like maybe 3 scrolls. If I see one thing fun, like if it's really the first one, like usually it's your shit. So I like your shit. I'll go up one, some shit funny, send it to you. Third one, if I don't like it, I'm off the hoe. Like I feel like I don't dive as deep into Instagram, but I feel like it's because like ever since like I like started Coach Juice, I think of it more as like business standpoint. So like I like will rarely scroll. Like and I'll be like, so like my athletes, like they'll post pictures and like I won't see that shit till like 3 days. And I was like, fuck.
Gotta favorite them niggas.
Yeah. I don't even know how to do that. You gotta teach me how to do that.
Yeah, it's just right at the top of the left corner. That's what I did with most.
Following a favorite.
Because I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right. Because, I scroll through, man. I don't even see people I follow on my shit. So I'm like, and there's a bunch of females, like, sexy as fuck. I'm just like, bro, come on, bro.
You know what's crazy?
I'm trying to see, like, where's my people at, bro?
You know what's crazy? Because I'll go back to what I was going to say because it's going to be a complete topic change. But, like, the female thing, bro, I will click not interested on every single one that comes up on my Explore page, and they will continue to put more and more. And I'll even go and you can say, like, why? Like, this post makes you feel uncomfortable. I was like, bro, I do not want to see this shit. Like, get this shit out of here. Like, show me like some fishing shit, show me some bodybuilding shit, some car shit. Like I do not want to see all this fucking shit. Like get this shit out of here, and continues to do it. But going back, because you said something that made me think of this. Like, have you ever thought about suicide?
Back before, like, I think it was right before I played JUCO football. I was just like partying a lot, taking Molly, doing shit. I don't know, working jobs I didn't like. But yeah, I don't know. I think kind of like, yeah, for sure. Sometimes I'll be saying like, I feel like it'd be better if I was just watching over my people from, up above instead of like dealing with all this whack ass shit going on in my. But no, not really. Sometimes I just get stressed. I don't really think about it though. But like a long time ago, yeah, there was a couple times where I'm just like, man, I'd rather be up in the air, like helping others instead of like trying
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Life's a motherfucker sometimes, bro.
100%. Bryson?
I'd say no. Like, I think there's definitely hard times, right, where I'll get a little like down or low or depressed or something like that. But I think how my mind works, I feel like I can go do whatever's gonna make me happy. You know what I mean? Like at any point in my life, like I can tomorrow, like I can only do this a few times, but I could go book a trip to wherever I want, right? And I could go be there and just kick it. And like I could work. Let's say I want to be in Hawaii. I could go to Hawaii, work some small job there, and just enjoy the beach and do whatever if that's what I like doing.
Yeah.
If it's like being around my family, like I could go get a small job out there and be around my family every single day. So I could do whatever's going to make me happy. There's, amount of money that I'm going to need to do all the things that are going to make me happy, right? But
Yeah.
so yeah, that's me.
Deuce?
No, I've never thought of that.
Nothing at all? Like, I've had thoughts of, like, I wonder how people would react. Never, like, to where, like, oh, yeah, like, I'm going to do this shit, but, like,
See,
I
I
really
thought-
down, just, like, I, like, who, like, what's the story that's going to be told about me? Like, how am I going to be portrayed? How many fake people are going to show up? I remember recently I went to, like, this park out in San Marcos, and my girl fucking put her phone on, like, airplane mode at night, and I had, like, she was going to bed. I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, if something were to happen to me, like, whether it was my action or I get in a car accident, she gonna have no fucking idea because she wants to put her fucking phone in airplane mode. I was like, and I've thought about that, especially with, like there's been a couple people that have passed, like, on, like, social media, and you kind of see, like, how they're, like, portrayed, but, like, realistically, I think most of those people are, like, forgotten in a sense, like,
Yeah,
and it makes me wonder, like, did I leave my mark enough to where, like, I'm not gonna be, like, obviously, that's another thing with, like, content is, like, the shit lives on forever. This podcast, someone could find it 10 years from now and go back and watch it. So, like, I always wonder, because that's, like, my biggest thing, and, like, my biggest motive is, like, leaving my fucking mark. It's like, I'll sit here and wonder, like, damn, have I done enough already to where I would have left a mark, or is there still more that needs to fucking happen?
Yeah.
Because, like, I'd imagine, like, people, like, my mark would be left, like, obviously, on, like, you guys' stuff, but, like, what about outside of that? Out of the first initial wave, like, the second and third wave of people that have, like, consumed my content or, like, followed me, like, have I left a strong enough mark to where, like, I would be remembered? Like, I want motherfuckers telling me their kids about me. Like, oh, yeah, bro, I used to watch this dude, you know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
like,
No, I see what you're saying. I definitely had some weird moments like that. You know, when you're just driving, you have some weird moment like, damn, what if I just crash or something? You know what I mean? Like, what if I just hit the wall right now and I'm dead? You know, not like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
When I was younger,
but no, like,
Type
see, I see,
I
like,
had like a, like it was like second grade, because like always people, people always fuck around, like, yeah, I'm gonna slip my wrist, but I sometimes be like, yo, if I
damn.
slip my wrist, am I really gonna drop right now? Like, is it because obviously you don't?
Yeah,
you're,
it's just like a
younger,
weird
so you don't
thought.
really know
You're
how
like,
shit
what the
work.
fuck?
I was like, man, you told me if I cut this shit right now, I'm just dead. Like, I thought about shit like that, but like I've never been like, I'm gonna do it.
no, like,
man,
back,
let me fuck around fine.
back what you said, Jay. Like, there are some times where I'm like, damn, I wonder how much people would like be at my funeral if people would be sad. You know what I mean? Obviously, like, yeah, people,
like,
but you think
100%.
it's just weird fucking shit. It's like no suicidal thought. You're like, damn.
Yeah, like, who would show
Sometimes-
up?
yeah,
who
nah,
would
this
show
is
up
like-
that I really didn't fuck
Yeah,
with? Saying that
it's
I
not,
really
like,
fucked
recently,
with,
but I'm
all
like-
that shit.
Cause yeah, a lot of like people in Alvin definitely like pass, and I'll go to funerals and I'm thinking like after like a week or two later, I'm like, damn, I wonder who would show up to my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is like, oh shit. But other than that, I think I've had like one little somewhat suicidal like back in the day. But now I'm just kind of like a little more mentally stronger, but not like.
Okay, so
upset like that.
my question is if in that situation, did you reach out to anybody?
No.
That's the fucking problem right there. Do you think if you had similar thoughts now, you would reach out to someone?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because like even now, just when I'm having like a bad day or something, it's just when I go and talk to someone, it just seems like I don't know how to explain it. They just get the words that I needed right out of their mouth. Like they don't even know what's going on in my life, or I'll see something as soon as I wake up on social media or something. I'll see something like,
So do you
I'm gonna be
think
alright.
do you think that's a byproduct of the people that you've surrounded yourself with, or is that just you being more mature and older? The fact that if that same situation you were to have the same thoughts now, that there would be people that you would reach out to.
more,
Versus
I
before.
think definitely more mature and older because obviously I was younger, but it was like sometimes still in my head I'm like, nah, I'm gonna figure. If I'm like down in the dirt, no one's gonna know. I'm gonna figure it out myself, which is honestly not the best thing to do.
No, it's not.
But like
it's
still
kinda-
now, I like then, yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna tell nobody. They're gonna think I'm crazy. They're gonna think I'm fucking crazy. They're gonna put me in. I mean, I was in high school. I didn't have my own place, and I'm like, fuck. What if I get put in like a weird, you know what I mean? But now I just definitely would tell. Like, I like talking, so I would definitely tell someone like, yo, you ever feel like this? And then I definitely would get it out. But I haven't had no thoughts like that in a long time.
Yeah, Bryson, how about last time you were really down? You talked to anyone? Or you just
Nah,
internalize it?
I just be internalizing that shit.
Deuce? Last time you were really down? Internalized?
I don't think so. I feel like I talked to you.
I'm trying to think.
What do you mean? What's down? Like, what's down?
The only thing I'm thinking of is fucking Mariah.
Yeah, but like that wasn't.
But like it could be like in your head down, just like anything. Like
I don't know. I feel like I'm. That's gonna sound weird. I feel like I'm really good at like talking to myself. Like
I feel that.
like internally.
I feel that.
Like if something's down, like I can like, in a sense, like cheer myself up.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's how I am kind of like now. But that's the group of people now. Everyone here now definitely will know if something's up with me because I'm always like super goofy. It's how it's always been. I'm always like real goofy, but sometimes I just wear it on my sleeve. They're like, "Yo, where's Chase?" Or like, I won't be around anybody. I'll be distant. Like the other day, you said they were asking where I was at.
yeah.
I was just like, I don't feel
But
like
I'm
going
trying to
out.
figure out like what down is like, cause like
It could be like
Like
in
down
your
the
head.
bad,
Mariah
bro.
shit, like I was down because of like the way I found out, but like
They got
I was
cheated
like
on.
I was like happy because I was like, bro, if I would have went down there, it would have been like 100 times worse.
Yeah.
But like the only other time I was like kind of down is when I got fired from Dick's. But like I feel like I just talked to my ex about that.
Man, fuck
You told me
dicks.
about that too.
Yeah, I had to tell you about that because what happened was I got fired and the same day she got promoted. So like I was like, damn. Like I didn't even want to bring this shit up.
And I think and the reason why I brought all this up is I think it plays into the societal roles of a male. Is that our job is, I was saying this the other day, like as a male, like you got to have 2 of the 4, right? You need to be physically attractive, good in bed, be able to provide, or have a good personality. Right? You need to have 2 of those to get any sort. If you got all 4, you're chilling. But like those are like how a man is valued, right? More so on the ability to provide, right?
Yeah.
And so like in that sense, especially in that situation, right? Like your girl just got promoted and you just got fired. So now you just lost your ability to provide in a sense. Even though you guys both were in college, like not at that state yet, but like in that same sense, I think that's why a lot of guys won't like reach out to their girls or like feel comfortable venting to their girls because they're supposed to be fucking Superman.
Strong and shit. Yeah.
Or even going to like their friends, right?
I think for me with friends, and I think it depends on the group that I'm with, but like if it was y'all, I wouldn't mind coming and telling y'all whatever I'm dealing with, right? But
I don't know, nigga couldn't update me with the situation. I don't know, that 2 and 2.
well, because sometimes I won't, sometimes I will. But like if it's something bad enough, right, I would not mind coming in and saying something. But I think if it's maybe a group my age, I'm gonna have a little bit of difficulty doing it because I feel like they're not gonna want to either understand it because they're just not going through it yet. Y'all have probably gone through the same shit that I've gone through, right? Or we've gone through similar things. They're just in school doing schoolwork and just having a good time. So their problems aren't my problems. My problems aren't gonna be theirs. And I feel like a lot of times if I tell them, they're gonna find a way to make a joke out of it. Or
Exactly.
bullshit, right? Like nigga, if you don't shut up, like you're sad. What? You're like, yes, nigga, I'm really sad.
Sad.
Yeah, no, for real.
I really
though.
am.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking wild. That's crazy you said that.
Because, like, I mean, I've gone to, like, my girl and stuff, but, like, I feel like I'm more apt to do it now because I'm more successful. If I wasn't, like, I feel like if it was, like, I'm, like, going broke or something like that, I'd feel less likely. I think I still would, knowing that, because I'm very open with my girl and we talk about, like, everything, but, like, I think that plays a huge role, even though someone should not be, like, valued by that. Because a guy is valued by that, but a guy, I think, could care less if his girl fucking provides. Because, like, ultimately, it is so easy. Females, if y'all listen to this, matter of fact, this is going to be a clip. Ladies, I need y'all to fucking listen. It is so easy to please a man. If you have a man, all he wants is for you to be there for him and support him in whatever he does. And the other big thing, and y'all don't want to fucking hear it, is sex. He wants you to be his little porn star. He's not interested in anyone else. He wants it to be you. It is literally that simple. A lot of times guys get super frustrated. Sexual frustration, right? You see guys, like, they're not really getting any action. And obviously there's things that need to be done on both parties, to make it enjoyable. It shouldn't just be the guy that enjoys it. But, like, that is fucking huge. Like, it does not take much. Most guys are really low maintenance. They do not need much, right? Maybe it's to help them out around the house, make their life a little easier, right? That's it. That's not very hard. Like, maybe, you know, doing dishes. Maybe it's sitting there and talking to them at the end of the day, or like enjoying a hobby with them, making them feel like super loved. And like most guys go their whole life without getting any sort of like compliment or like reassurance. Obviously, like we're kind of anomalies. We're all like pretty good looking guys. We've had girls come, but most guys don't have that like luxury, I would say, or just haven't been exposed to where they've gotten complimented. And like obviously I have a social media following, so of course you'll get a crazy DM here and there. But like most guys don't have this. So like it's so easy to please a dude. Like you do not need to do much as long as you're loyal. Like sex life is there, because that's like. Y'all want to talk about your period and you know you're acting moody and all that shit. How about the fact that motherfuckers got testosterone? Can we talk about that? Yeah. Like we ignore, you know, we accommodate to female hormones, or God forbid guy hormones. You're just a horny motherfucker. Like, bro, what do you want me to do, bro? Testosterone fucking bull.
Yeah. And
we not talking dudes on the sauce. Like that's a totally different world. So like, that's all it takes. It's not hard to please a dude. So like. And this is obviously like perfect world, obviously, you know, and I feel like for girls, like they want a little bit more in a sense. I mean, some girls are pretty simple, but like ultimately, like someone that can provide, they want to feel safe, someone that's physically attractive, someone that's got a good personality, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like most guys don't really care. They just want the basic things: be loyal, be their little fucking porn star. And fucking, I'm telling you, if your man is having a bad day and you just fucking, without questions being asked, without him having an initiator hint, if you just fucking either initiated sex or fucking gave him head, he is going to be in an amazing mood after.
Pull that meat cannon out, ladies. Fucking jerk it off or something.
I'm telling you, I guarantee you, instantly put them in a better mood.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time like I fucked and then I was in a bad mood after. It just doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. Like. And I've caught myself being sexually frustrated before. Like, I'll get, like, I'm a little bit more irritable. It's like, damn. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, we haven't done anything, like, a day or two.
I feel like sex is good in validation, too. Like, damn, you look good today.
That's the other thing, too, is a guy wants to.
I look good?
That's the other thing. Like,
I look good,
like,
dude.
People want to talk about sex, but, like, as a guy, like, and most guys aren't very good at sharing their feelings, right? Like, what we say in this podcast, most guys are a lot more closed off. So, like, if sex isn't happening, a guy's gonna think like, damn, she doesn't think I'm fucking attractive. And it could be deeper than that. Obviously, foreplay starts, you know, at the beginning of the day, you know, doing stuff for your girl, all that stuff. And like, you know, you show a little physical touch, like, and like builds up for that. But like, as a guy, like, I've been in a situation where it's like, fuck, bro, she's not attracted to me anymore. Like, bro, it's like work for us to have sex. So like, the only time she really wants to have sex is if she's like drinking. I was like, I don't feel like a fucking man. I was like, what's going on? Why is that's my girlfriend. She's not attracted to me. Like, she doesn't want.
There's some outside
she can walk
situations.
back and forth, and I want to.
Yeah, like I feel there's some outside situations. Like people will work, like you know, they'll work all. They wake up at 4 a.m. They drive 2 hours, and then boom, they're there, like, you know, working. And they get back home, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Hear a little bit of bitching or something, and like they're not having sex.
You gotta be considerate and just like, and it goes both ways. Like,
it goes both ways for sure.
It's just like when I'm on prep, like Chase did a lot for me. You know, she would fucking, like, I'd eat a meal, she'd, like, just clean up after me. Or she'd fucking, like, do the dishes, or she'd, like, do lunch, just, like, little things. And, like, obviously, I'm dead, I don't really want to do those things, I would, but, like, all those little things, like, mattered, like, so much. And, like, obviously, I made sure that she was, like, appreciative, but in the same sense, I'd go back and, like, she'd want to go to the mall. I'm 4 weeks out. I don't want to move. I don't want to sit on the fucking couch, watch YouTube, get my meals in, work out, do my cardio, go to bed. That's it. But, like, I'd still go to the mall because it's just a sacrifice going back and forth.
Yeah.
But I think it is pretty damn easy to keep a guy satisfied.
Yeah.
It's a lot more difficult for a man, I believe.
Do you feel like the quality of, this one might be a little controversial, the quality of woman in the U.S. maybe, right? Do you think culture and, like, what just teen girls do or girls our age do you think that's gone down?
Yeah. So I guess no.
I mean, there's a lot of females.
I think it's probably always been the fucking same.
Okay.
I mean, you're just exposed to a lot more now.
It's just like from what I've seen.
You're
like,
exposed to a lot more now.
What's like females? Like, no offense, like a lot of them think they're like the prize. You know what I mean? Like the prize, which they are. No, they are, but it's like
it is.
See, but but do you think, like, how things are we doing it right? Like, is it right, or is somewhere like?
Of course, there's wrong. There's always going to be wrong. Like, as an overall, that's hard to tell in my experience. Obviously, I'm in a very happy relationship, so like, I found a girl that fucking, but not. I know not every girl is like that.
Yeah, I think they're out there. But like what you were about to say right there, how like what were you about to say?
Like they're everything. They're everything in the relationship. They're the prize you need to do. Like I don't know how to explain it
to keep them happy, like all that.
But it's also
but it's
like
more.
they think
No, it's
they're
more
really
like
that
like
bitch.
like that. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're
That's what I'm
really
saying.
not,
No,
nigga.
for real. It's
You better
like
chill.
it's bad. Like I've seen some shit where it's just like, holy fuck, like feminism at its finest, bro. Like we're the prize. Like we're everything. Like everything I do is right. You're fucking wrong. You know what I mean? Like
anything
everything.
to an extreme.
You need money.
Anything radical is most likely gonna be like wrong or like out of pocket. Like that's how it's gonna be. There's gonna be the extremes that like girls that are like that, and like there's been plenty of times where I've like checked the motherfuckers. They thought they were like that. I was like, all right, like well, let me flip the script on you. I'm telling you, bro. I be analyzing everyone and shit. It's like all of a sudden now they coming to you. You just fucking. It's that bad bitch fucking mentality. Oh yeah, like I'm too good for this. I don't do all that. And motherfuckers just switch up. Like that's
Just a lot of that I've seen on what's it called, like YouTube Shorts, bro. We bring these dudes will just ask these girls questions, and it's just like
but the same thing. That's what I'm saying though. That is because that's what we see. But like I've done interview shit like that. You interview hundreds of people, and then that's the people that got an answer that's gonna get a fucking reaction and it's gonna go viral. Like the one of the guy reading off the Andrew Tate quote. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, "Do you know who this is?" He's like, "Oh yeah, this sounds like I like this guy." Like, "Oh, it's Andrew Tate." "Oh, fuck him."
Yeah.
Like all that shit. Same thing with like the Andrew Tate stuff. We only see what we see. We're not around. No one knows this nigga personally. It's like you could think I'm a fucking douchebag from my social media. You don't know me personally. You don't know how I interact with people on a day-to-day basis.
yeah, that's not my views on. Just letting you know, that's not my view on a female. But like just from what I've seen, like Jay's saying, but I just know that like every female I've ever talked to is like I like them way more than they like me type shit. You know what I mean? Like no validation there. No,
Because
like,
not
blah, blah, blah.
everyone deserves the love that you have to offer. That's a lesson I had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
That not everyone deserves the love that you have to offer, right?
Yeah, and then that
you
goes
could be
back
an
to like a little
amazing
bit of
boyfriend. Not
validation.
everyone deserves that, right?
Yeah.
But you may want to give it, like that, but not everyone deserves it. Not everyone deserves what I have to offer as a person. I give back. I try to put people on. Not everyone. I don't do that with everyone. Not everyone deserves that.
Exactly. Yeah.
In the same sense.
No, I feel you, and that's where I'm just going back to like if you know what I'm saying. You tell me I look good, I like it. I'm like fuck that's just a little quick confident
and it's so easy.
Doesn't have to be every time.
Like one
but
thing, like
most of the time.
Chase will like swipe up on like any story that I post and like gas me up, like always, like consistent. It's been like 6 months now, like longer than that. So it's just like the little things. It's not hard to like please a guy.
Yeah.
It is very very fucking simple.
Yeah, but for the most part, yeah, it's chill. Like
I got one other. Do you believe in gender roles in any sense? So like an example
Like
is
guy always has to pay, shit like that.
I mean,
guys pay no. I
thought you said gender roles.
No,
gender
gender.
roles.
So
Oh.
like in
was
like,
what?
in like a husband wife sort of situation, I would not mind in the sense of like if something goes wrong, something breaks, it is my responsibility to fix it. But in the same sense that like I don't want to have to deal with laundry, I don't want to do dishes in that sense. Like cooking can go both ways because I enjoy cooking, but like for an example, like her car breaks down, that's not her problem, that's my issue.
Yeah.
I do whatever to make sure she's good, and I take care of that problem and get that fixed. Whether it's me fixing it, going somewhere else, and like shit like that. Something goes wrong in the house, or like something, anything like that. In the same sense that like laundry, that's not my issue. That's like her issue. Like I believe like obviously you'd have to talk, and it could change. It could be swapped for whatever reason. You never know. Maybe the girl's really handy, the guy's not handy. But like I think they can be very beneficial. And like at the end of the day, it's you and your partner are a team. Mm-hmm. You want a team that complements each other, right? If you don't got no shooters on the basketball team, everyone fucking tries, no one's complimenting each other. But there's no fucking spacing. But you get someone that attacks the basket and surrounded by people that can shoot. Now you got a good team. You know what I'm saying? So like you gotta have shit someone that complements you, and giving responsibilities within like the house and life. You want them to complement each other. So like in that sense, I believe.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to say the gender role thing because like I've never really like been deep with a female like that. But usually like say first date, like I'm always like nah, I got it. I'm gonna pay regardless how much it is. I'm gonna pay.
But I'm gonna see if they offer.
So that's what I was gonna say. I'd like to almost like test it and test the water. So like a lot of times I'll let girls go in front of me, like in any line, like if we're eating dinner, whatever it is. Like let's say it was like Chipotle, for example, right? I'm gonna let her go ahead. She can order number one first, whatever. But then I want to see what she's gonna do when she gets to that cash register. Is she gonna pull out the card?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be like, no, I got it. Either way, I'm gonna say no, I got it, but I'm gonna judge the situation
Yeah.
a little bit, and it might be a reason why I go on that next date or why I don't. You know what I mean?
That was like that one date I went on like a sushi one a while back. Remember? I was kind of fucked because she was like, "Oh," I looked at the bill and I was just like, "Oh, that's not bad." She said, "Oh, I'll pay for half of it. Don't worry, here." I'm like, "Oh, I got it."
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what you want to see.
Let's go out again.
But it's like some effort. It's,
Yeah.
it's her showing that she does care.
Exactly.
Right?
I was like, "Oh, maybe next time. Maybe
But
next
the
time."
question is what would happen? Because like I'm sure some girls just do that because they know that that's what a guy's looking
might,
for.
yeah.
And then also you're like, okay. And then you throw it on them. You think they acting different?
They might,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna analyze that too.
Yeah, because I'm big on words. If you say you're gonna do something, you say you got it. All right, you can take this one. You know, but I think most of the time I pay for shit when we go out. She does pay for like some stuff or like shit here and there, but like most of the time it's me. But I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
That's just how it works, man. I think this was a solid episode 30. Do you know how we ended over here, man?
I don't.
Oh man, dude, he's not a fan of the podcast. So we go around and everyone leaves the world with something they want to say. It could be, go fuck yourself. It could be something inspirational. It could be a one-liner, anything. If you need a second, we'll save you the second to
Yeah,
last.
let me get a second.
Calvin, I know you've been brewing one up, man. What you
A
got
little
for-
bit, yeah. I'm gonna talk about like resistance.
Man, tell the people about
You know what I'm saying?
resistance,
Stop
man.
resisting what you love. Like sit down and actually do your work, and then don't be afraid of losing friends or anything. Just chase your dreams, and you'll find better friends or people who support you down the road. Oh, you say just fucking chase your dreams. That's about it.
Yes, sir. Deuce, what you got for him?
I think I posted this actually a couple days ago, but if you try to avoid failure, you're also going to try to avoid success because you're not always going to succeed. But if you never try, you will never succeed.
That's a good
It's
one.
hard, nigga. Y'all making this shit.
Damn.
All right, I'm gonna prompt everybody to go look at something after they finish watching this podcast. Go look at it's in a Batman movie. It's The Dark Knight, I believe. But Bruce is stuck in this hole, right? And he's in like this prison, and he can't get out. He has to make this giant jump to be able to get out. And so I want y'all to look at that as like obstacles in your life. Maybe it's that big risk that you have that you want to take. Maybe it's that girl you want to talk to that you haven't been able to. In the movie, he has this rope that he's climbing up this wall with. And so I want you to analyze your situation and really look and see if you have any ropes that you're just like something that's pulling you back. And then go ahead and cut that thing and just dive fully in. Just trust yourself, believe in your abilities of what you can do. And I think y'all can all go get it.
Damn.
That's a good one. I like
They
it.
got a reference.
I know they got a reference. Batman. That was a good one, man.
Yeah.
That's not too bad
I
for the
appreciate
first
it,
time.
nigga. I appreciate it.
Your first time on. I think this is the Albert Einstein quote, and it's because in society, a lot of things are deemed as like the norm, going to college and all this shit. If you teach a goldfish to climb a tree, it'll grow up its whole life thinking that it was stupid. I was not made for school, and maybe you listening are not made for school. That is not your calling. You may not find out your calling till later. There is no time line on achieving your dreams, bro. Just whatever you do, don't let someone write you a check to give them up. As always, it's not that deep. Stand up.